Okay, this is Rich from the Midwest doing a little backyard bushcraft today, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a composite spindle out of weed stalks. So weed stalks can be super good for spindles for fire by friction, and the big advantage of them is they really make a hot coal in a hurry. The downside is they're pretty weak, and so they can be fragile and they can snap on you. So I'm going to use a couple of strategies to make some composite spindles and see how they work compared to a straight up weed spindle. Okay, this one's really big in diameter, pulls right out of the frozen ground, and we're looking for some small ones. There we go, here's a nice little one. Prickly this time of year, but you see how easily they strip off. You just strip them off, snap it off. Okay, one done. A little tiny one. Boom. Now we're going to try to use this spindle, unadulterated, just the way it came. It looks fairly thick. I think we got a chance to burn in and make a good ember. Be careful with. Sometimes you have to prep the hole a little bit better than you would with a piece of hardwood. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Make that a little bit bigger, get it started. I'm using a willow hearthboard here. I like willow saplings, especially those that have been harvested by beaver. This one's got the little bite marks all over it. That was a beaver stick. It just washed up on the shore. I picked that up. Usually these are top notch. Small saplings, small willow saplings that the beaver skinned for us. I'm cutting right to the border of the inside and the outside right there where that dimple is. We got a good ember. Now what you'll notice with a hollow one is, look at that. Dimple that pops up in the middle. This nose is completely hollow. We're going to fix that. See if we can get it going. Got fire. So this is part of that same my collection of thistles. You can tell it was a giant thistle. I think that's the flower of Scotland. So we're just going to trim this up a little bit. I found a little thistle stalk that's about the right diameter. All the high spots off. It's a pretty weak little weed, but it's great fireweed, as you see. Once you get that ember going, it just loves to burn. Pop it up in here. Okay. Now, alright. Pretty nice fit. Little top part of the composite spindle that I've made out of a piece of sapling. I'm going to insert this right in here. I'm going to turn it as I go. Okay, so now we've got our composite spindle. It's got the insert inside of it. It's got another weed stuck up in there. It's got a little hardwood end on it up here to go against the bearing block. There you go. We made a little repair here with some natural cordage. We got a good burn in. We got a good notch. We'll see how the composite spindle does. Got another coal. A couple of differences I'll show you. First of all, we don't have that hollow up in here. Second of all, we don't have that dimple up in here like we did over here. So a big improvement. It's showtime. See how the coal goes. There we go. Another good fire. Alright, so here's some of my favorite composite spindles. All these have been super successful. So starting from smallest to largest, I'll give you a whole series of them. They vary in size quite a bit from the very smallest. This one's actually no composite at all. It's about pencil size. You can see it's got that hollow nose to it. This one has a cattail insert, okay, and it's got a little hardwood insert up here. Actually, maybe that's the end of the cattails. Here we've got the one I just made today and showed you. It's the same kind. It's the thistle inside a thistle. A little hardwood up here, a little reinforcement of natural material cordage. Here's another one, hardwood up top. Great thistle shaft and cattail insert. This is one of my favorites. It's got a little sinew wrap up here. It's got a nice little hardwood insert up top for the bearing block, and it's got yucca down bottom, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's really a great fire maker. So that one's a heterotypic. It's got three types of materials in there. This one's my favorite. It's just about the perfect size. It gives a huge amount of material. It's just one stalk inside of another. I use that same stalk as the for the top, so it doesn't have a separate hardwood piece up inside. This one's another duplex. It's got two pieces, one inside the other, telescoping. Okay, it's got a little bit of actually willow up top for up against the bearing block, and this one's a triple. So this one's got 3 different layers inside. So I fit 3 weeds. So I fit one weed inside the other weed, and then I fit another weed inside the center weed. So this one's a real powerful one, really great. So that's Rich here from the Midwest. All the best from the Midwest. Give it a try sometime. See if making composite spindles works for you and helps you in your friction fires. For me, it's a great thing. A lot of fun, and gives a really hot ember that burns by itself. You don't have to coax it, you don't have to fan it, it just wants to go. So it's about as hot as yucca and as good as yucca, but it lasts a lot longer. Try it out, have fun, bye. The nice thing about weed embers, you don't even have to encourage them. They just want to burn.